Greetings, travellers, and welcome to the Geeky Dad Strike Back, Season 2, Chapter 3, Akira!
Exactly.
Yep.
Akira.
Are you still playing the game?
No?
No,
Okay, just
honestly,
checking.
why'd you sound miles away from your microphone?
It is a little bit far from me. Is that a bit better?
Is that because...
Because he's still playing the game.
Oh, no, I'm not playing the game. I'm not. I've got Family Guy on in the background now.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, welcome back to episode 3 of the new season. I'm joined this week by Mike Chelsea,
Hello.
Chris Moss,
Greetings.
and Kratos' bum chum Craig Edwards. Sorry, kids, he's a bit distracted this week. The new God of War game has come out, and he's currently fiddling with his joystick as we speak.
I am not.
That's what a guilty person says, Craig.
I have got Family Guy on.
You sound like a teenager.
I am a teenager. I'm the youngest.
Okay, Kevin. Okay, but you've been this week. What we've been binging? Mike, start with you.
Jesus, sorry. I was in the middle of having a drink then. Can someone else go first?
Chris, what have you been binging this week?
I've been getting stuff ready for yesterday because I'm still doing Dungeon Dragons Club at Ben's high school, which is going phenomenally well, even though we've only got an hour. So kind of yesterday we kind of did the first encounter of our first of the adventure and so on. And bear in mind there's 8 kids playing, so it's more than usual. It's a bigger group than you'd usually have, but they're all doing super well, and it's just brilliant. So yeah, it's really, really cool.
No, so brilliant to hear.
So I've been getting lots of prep and stuff like that ready for that and so on. And apart from that, just kind of pottering around and so on. We've had stuff to do and what have you. So yeah.
Well, that sounds like it's absolutely brilliant. Sounds like you're Ben enjoying it as well.
Yeah, he is. He's really enjoying it as well. So yeah. We're trying to decide what to do because this is just a trial run. We're doing kind of like 5 weeks of it, so we're trying to decide like what to do afterwards and what have you. You know, how to progress with it. But you know, we'll work it out anyway. So yeah, it's all good.
Sounds brilliant. Okay, and Micah, you got yourself back together?
Yeah. Mainly, to be honest with you, I've just been getting back into computer games again. I've restarted playing Cyberpunk right from the start. I think that was sort of like brought on from watching Akira. I was like, I'm going to go back. There was an update, so they seem to have fixed a lot of the bugs from when I first played it. So getting back into that. I started playing Crash Bandicoot 4. Yeah, I thought I'd give that a go. That's quite fun, to be honest with you. I don't know whether I spoke on the other episode. I completed the Return to Monkey Island.
You did.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, just playing loads of games.
Sounds brilliant. And Craig, besides the obvious God of War, anything else that you've been binging?
I did. What was it called now? That's it. 100% did the Spyro Reunite trilogy that they brought out, you know, the remake.
Oh, yeah.
Revamped it, stuff like that. I started playing it when it first came out, and I just stopped when I got halfway through the second game. But I picked it up last week and managed to finish the second and third one and got all the achievements on it. So
I basically did the same thing. I stopped halfway through the second one.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm happy with that. And obviously, yesterday, God of War came out, and I've been playing that, and I've just like I said, just saved it, and just in the 7 hours I've been playing it for since yesterday. So,
so you're enjoying it then?
Oh, I'm loving it. It's awesome.
Oh, that's good. Glad to hear. Okay, Chris, what? Oh, Chris, it's me, isn't it? Bloody hell. Okay, so I've been watching Blockbuster on Netflix. The comedy show based in the last Blockbuster. I think a reason I watched it because one of my first jobs was actually working in Blockbuster in Runcorn.
I thought you meant like Blockbuster, the TV show. You know,
What? You're the second person who said that to me.
Hey, please, Bob. That one.
Oh, that's old, though. It's old.
Gavin Whitworth's brother was on that.
Gavin Whitworth worked in Blockbuster.
Yeah, freaky coincidence? I think not.
Yeah, both of you. I didn't even know he had a brother.
Yeah, he had an older brother, so random aside, because no one else will know who that is. So,
No.
anyway.
If you are listening, Gavin, we miss you.
No.
A little fun fact about Blockbusters. Well, it's not fun for them though, obviously, because he went out of business. But the Netflix went to him, didn't he, to offer him to they asked Blockbusters to buy Netflix, and Blockbusters laughed him out. And then look what happened. It's like fucking hell.
Yeah, Netflix was still like a mail-in service, but at that point they weren't online.
Yeah.
But and then he sunk Blockbuster afterwards, not long afterwards.
Yeah.
Must be. Well, definitely are kicking themselves. But
yeah.
There's still one store open, isn't there? Is that the one? Is that about the one that's still open? Did you say?
No, it's a comedy. It's got Amy out of Brooklyn Nine-Nine in it.
Oh, okay, but I'm sure there is still one store open.
There's one in America that's managed to keep the name. Yeah,
it's still open.
Wow.
Yeah, it is sad. I mean, I did. You know, what I did used to miss working there was getting your 10 free DVDs a week.
Yeah.
And getting the latest releases a couple of days before they came out.
Well, my friend worked in one, and he was like management, and he used to just like get the games way before they came out, because they'd come into the store and he'd just go, bring them up up to the flat, because we lived above the freaking Blockbuster, and so he'd just bring them up, we'd play the games until they got released, take them back down, and they go out for rental. Yeah. So like, I remember we played San Andreas about a week before it came out.
Nice.
It was good.
I think I got man. Yeah, I do miss Blockbuster. I don't miss working there, but I miss Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just started watching The Crown Series 5 as well.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, it's a bit grim. It's a bit grim. But yeah, I do like myself The Crown.
Why is it a bit grim?
Well, it's coming to the time. It comes to the time when we were kids now. So when we was like, so it's all about the breakup of. At the moment, it's about the end of the marriage of Fergie and that the prince that we don't like to talk about.
Oh yeah.
I am interested to know if it's good, if it is going to include the toe sucking incident.
It's not become a complete car crash yet.
I think it is heading towards a car crash. But I'll tell you what really surprised me. He kind of looks quite like dashing in it, and actually, it's Johnny Lee Miller from Trainspotting and Hackers. He plays John Major in it.
Really?
Yeah, and you know what? He's making like John Major look a bit dashing. I was like, okay. Hope they're making something, but yeah. So he's actually really quite good now. He's playing the Queen this time, so the Queen's obviously regenerated, and now she's played by Dolores Umbridge herself, because I can't remember her name. Yeah,
I know what you mean. I can't remember what her name is either. So.
Imelda Staunton.
Yeah, is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. We'll have to look that up now.
Yeah.
Oh, we did actually go back and we actually watched Nope as well. That was good. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's Imelda Staunton. Oh, did you like it?
Yeah, it was really good. It was like a fantastic film, to be fair.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele you can't go wrong with Jordan Peele.
No, both his films have been really good so far.
Yeah.
Well, all three now. That's his third one, isn't it? So, yeah.
That was it as well. I'm nearly finished Garth Marenghi's Teratome, and it is proven to be just amazing. And like I said on one of the previous podcasts, if you've liked the TV series Dark Place, you will love this book. It's just Wacky, insane, and brilliant. A secret military project endangers Neo-Tokyo when it turns a biker gang member into a rampaging psychic psychopath who can only be stopped by a teenager, his gang of biker friends, and a group of psychics. So I'll start because my first memory of this was, I'm going to sound really old now. Not that, I think I say this countless times, but I always remember growing up in Runcorn. We had the big shopping centre in the middle of town called the Shopping City.
Mm-hmm.
Up for some time, it was called Halton Lee, which was shit. Anyway, in the store, in the shopping centre, there was a shop called John Menzies.
Mm-hmm.
I
think I know what you're going to say.
And at the back of John Menzies, there was always the video section, and part of that section did include anime and manga films. And I'd never bought anything there. I was only like 8, 9, maybe 10. And I'd always find myself in that section just looking at the video covers, and there was always one that jumped out at me, and it was Akira. It was like a teenager holding, in a red, like a nuclear bomb going off in the background, these big red letters Akira, and he's holding a big fucking gun. And that is like my first memory. I remember catching it remember being so excited in the early 90s. It was on BBC Two one night. It was a Saturday night, it was late. I ended up watching it, but it was dubbed, so it wasn't dubbed, sorry, it was subtitled, and I had no fucking clue what was going on. I just remember this film is just a bit too weird for me. But I watched it again, probably around about 15 years ago, and absolutely loved it. Watched it again, like, recently, twice, unfortunately, because I did fall asleep the first time. Not because the film's boring, just because I was exhausted. And, I really loved it. So, go on, you want to jump in with the memories of Akira?
I don't mind.
Go on, then you go.
Okay, then. My first memory of Akira was my sister's boyfriend at the time was really into manga. He was really into like all sorts of. He was a massive like Gundam fan. I used to build all the Gundams and stuff. And one day he came round with this VHS and he was like, "You should watch this." And it was Akira. And I sat and watched it, and it was absolutely incredible. It was the first like anime I'd ever seen. I was really young as well, probably too young to be watching Akira, but my parents never give a shit like that, so they just let me watch it. And I become obsessed with it, and I ended up getting my own copy. I ended up getting a massive poster of Tetsuo right next to the bike. So and that iconic bike and the big poster was like on my wall for years. So yeah, that was my first memory of it.
Chris, what about you?
To be honest, I don't remember when I first watched it. I've got like the DVD that you're talking about. I've got that. The kind of two disc thing box set of Akira, and
that's what I've got as well. Yeah,
it's
got the original release.
Yeah, it's got the one with the one's got the slide on the front, the other one's got him walking towards the bike and what have you. So I don't remember the first time I watched it, but Akira is just one of those things where it's just, again, when we've talked about this sort of thing before, it's just a cultural phenomenon. There's no other way of saying it, really. And it's just brilliant. And the fact that it just paves the way for so much stuff, which we'll probably get to in a bit and what have you. So, but yeah, I mean, I imagine like most of you guys, I've watched it again today, and it's just ridiculous.
It is really good. It's just amazing. Craig, what about you?
I'm the same as Chris, really. I can't remember when I first watched it, but I do know because like one of my first probably like adult themed animes like towards like adults was one called Violent Jack. I don't know if you've ever seen that, and that's what kind of got me into anime quite a bit more because I used to like Dragon Ball Z, but when I first watched Dragon Ball Z, I didn't know it was an anime. I just thought it was like another cartoon, as you do at the time when you're a kid, like Pokemon. It's like people don't realize that like Pokemon's an anime as well, isn't it? Really, but so like I said, and then obviously I watched Violent Jack. So when I started going out getting the DVDs, I saw this one Akira, and what everyone loves about Akira is like what everyone wants from it is that fucking bike. So no one can actually.
Oh yeah.
You haven't watched Akira and you don't want that bike in there from it, and like I said, it's even popped up in movies now as well, isn't it? Because it was in Ready Player One.
It was, yeah.
It's in so much stuff. If you go on, like, I think one of the gifs that I put on the messenger the other day is basically like a compilation of every single thing where they've referenced the slide, basically.
Yeah.
Like even we've just been talking about Nope, because Mike said he's seen Nope.
Yeah.
They even do the slide in Nope.
Yeah,
So,
there's so many things that have done that, and like I'm replaying Cyberpunk. There's a bike that looks exactly like the bike, and if you hit the brakes on it, it slides. And
well, there you go. On Wikipedia, it says the Akira slide is regarded as one of the most iconic anime scenes of all time, widely imitated and referenced, and it appears in all sorts, including Batman the Animated Series, You're Under Arrest, Gargoyles, Airmaster, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go, Teen Titans, Gurren Lagann, Star Wars Clone Wars, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Fresh Pretty Cure, Lupin 3 versus Detective Conan, whatever that is, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Durarara, Adventure Time, Clarence, Ready Player One, and Marvel Spider-Man, amongst God knows how many others, including live-action films, Origins, Wolverine, and Nope.
Who else thought he was going to say Fresh Prince of Bel-Air then?
I know, I did sound like
Me too, yeah.
I don't remember that scene.
Yeah.
When the taxi's dropping Will off at the...
Yeah, exactly.
He just tumbles out. The door opens, he just tumbles out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's when
Background going fast really quickly.
Yeah.
Crashes through the front door.
What's it called out the house? What's his name?
Actually, that probably would have been funnier, yeah. Like Jazz and Uncle Phil.
Jazz, that's
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite funny.
Little fun fact about that Ready Player One as well. Obviously, Steven Spielberg directed it, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
You know, him and George Lucas didn't want to promote Akira for its releasing in the West because they thought no one would enjoy adult-themed anime. So
the fools.
They turned it
Really?
down. Yeah, they turned it down. Both them turned it down because they didn't think it was going to be popular or anything like that.
That's mental.
I found that hard to believe.
It's like
I think I have read that fact along the going through stuff as well. I think it is true.
And it's like it's the movie that's really defined adult-themed animes. Like in the West, it's shown that they don't have to just be centered towards kids. Really, a lot of grown-ups can actually watch a lot of anime and enjoy it.
Just found the line here. Streamline Pictures is reported to have become the film's distributor when both George Lucas and Steven Spielberg labeled it unmarketable in the US.
Yeah. See, there you go. They didn't want to do it because they thought it was just going to be like, nope.
Can't believe that. I thought, especially George Lucas. That's really
like he made a movie like Star Wars, like about people firing lasers and taking laser sticks, and he doesn't think people are going to enjoy this. But,
I mean,
one of those types.
Yeah. I mean, from my perspective, maybe you mean it this way, because I did find the plot hard to follow.
It is a bit confusing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mixed up and that, but it's just one of those. It's just fun, gory anime. That's all you need sometimes.
It is absolutely beautiful. It is an absolutely beautiful film. Especially that scene, obviously with the Akira slide. It is iconic. I was actually going to mention it myself, but Chris beat me to it.
Yes.
Because I was actually, yeah, I was reading about it the other day, the Akira slide, and actually thinking about it now, I do remember all these that being copied and imitated so many times.
Yeah.
Like
that
when
whole,
Ready
that
Player.
whole bike scene, like that whole like bike scene when they're flying through the city, and there's like people getting bashed through windows and cars like bursting into flames. I've got that as a running background on my computer. It runs for like quite a long time as well, and
Nice.
it's just iconic. Like I love it. I could watch it over and over again.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, I was sitting back and watching it. I remember seeing, was it one of the small kids? So the little kids in it, the ones with the espers, the kids with the SP. One, I saw like the bigger one. I just kept thinking to myself, that's fucking Eric Cartman.
Oh god.
You know what I mean? Just that immediately just jumped to my mind. I just thought, fucking hell's Cartman there.
I don't know if you noticed it, Chris. Did you realize? Do you know who does the dubbed English voice for the guy who owns the red bike now? I forgot his name. Is it Tender, something like that?
It's Canada.
Do you know who does his voice?
For Canada.
It's something that's just come out as well. Like, it's not been done in English dub yet.
Who did the original English dub?
No, the new one.
The new one.
Oh,
I got the club.
It would have been changed, wouldn't it? Yeah, because I was watching on Netflix. So
yeah, because I was watching it on Netflix, and it is the new cast because that
I watched the redub as well, but I mean the original dub isn't as good, in my opinion, to be honest with you.
Like I have probably watched it in the original dub, and I just can't remember what they sound like then. But the new one is the guy who does Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach.
See, I haven't seen much Bleach yet. I've got the thing up. The one that I know him from is Vash the Stampede from Trigun, though.
Okay.
Right, I've seen Trigun. Trigun's brilliant.
I'm going to blow.
I assume that's the original. Yeah, it is. It's the anime. Because did they do a live action Vash Trigun, or did they try to?
I'm not sure.
Trigun.
Or was that something else?
Trigun's like a sort of kind of. He's got a gun with like 3 holes in the front. I think I'm sure. He's got like the highest bounty. I'm sure that's Trigun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know what Trigun is, but that he does the voice for Vash the Stampede, who's basically like the deadliest like guy out. You know, like you said, he's got like $1 million reward. Yet he's a complete buffoon.
Yeah, it's all
so
basically that it happens.
So it's just really, really funny.
That person does the voice for Ichigo as well, and in the new Akira. Well, not new Akira, the new dubbed. He's the old Black Power Ranger as well.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He took over after Zach. That's him. He's the Black Power Ranger. Adam, what I think his name was in the Power Ranger.
That's right, yeah. I thought I was going to blow your mind then. I was going to tell you that.
No, I knew that already.
But what I was going to say, so in the original dub, he was actually voiced by Cam Clark, who was Leonardo in the original Ninja Turtles, and Liquid Snake from Metal Gear.
Awesome.
And Cam Clark, you know, he's been in lots of things, but yeah, I just remember him as Leonardo and Liquid Snake. But yeah, I was just looking through it then. I knew it didn't sound like from the original copy I had, but yeah. I
was going to say, what I found out as well today about it, it was the first Japanese anime or movie or whatever to do the recording first for the voices.
Yeah, it was. It was also like one of the first animations where they used like 1:1, where it was like literally 60 frames per second, where they actually did every frame was painted for every second. Normally they do 2:1, so you do 2 frames for 1 second, and they did 1:1. To make it look, that's why you get that smoother, sort of almost slow motion feel to the film.
Yeah.
But yeah, because apparently in the US, it's they do the recordings and then they draw around the recordings of the voice, whereas in Japan they do the recording and then they're all in the booth doing it usually. So, but that was the first time they've ever done that for the first movie they ever did it for, where it was like they got them all recorded first and then they drew around it to match the voices.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty good of them.
I'll tell you what I really loved about it, and something that just really jumped out at me, and was the part where, when that orbital weapon blows off.
Sol. Yeah.
Yeah, blows up Tetsuo's arm.
Yeah.
Goes up into space to destroy it, but when he was in space, there was no noise at all. It was just
I noticed that. I thought that was brilliant.
You don't see that. You don't see that at all.
Twice, didn't he, as well? There was another bit, but when he weren't in space, it was not long after that as well, where he was back on Earth, and it was just dead silently airy as well.
But they've done that in space because there's no sound in space, so that was the whole idea, and it works really well, and it's such a subtle thing to do.
Yeah. It was just one of those, things that really jumped out at me. It was.
I don't know if you read the fact of what Tetsuo actually translates to in Japanese.
No.
It translates to Iron Man.
Really?
Yeah. Like the idea of being like, because he gets indestructible metallic style body parts, they call them Iron Man.
All right. Okay.
I've just checked as well. I can't remember who the finger was. I think it was Sony. We're going to make a live action movie, but when they realised the cost of production was going to cost over 300 million, they scrapped it.
Well, no, it got picked up again by Taika Waititi. He got the license to do it with Warner Brothers then in 2002. Then it kind of they struggled to get it going. And then in 2017, Waititi announced to co-write it and start production in 2019, scheduled for release in 2021. But then he put it on hold to do Thor: Love and Thunder, and now it's being scrapped again indefinitely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think the fact that the studio's just been taken over, that's probably put a lot of films that have just being in development on hold, I suppose.
I do hope they get picked up again. I mean, do you know who one of the producers on it was as well? Friggin' Leonardo DiCaprio.
Really?
Yeah. You wouldn't have thought why would they put money into Akira? But yeah.
I just don't know about live action movies for anime though, because you just can't be done half the time.
I really liked Bleach, the live action one, but there's not many that I do like.
It's trying to cram 30 episodes into an hour and 20 minutes in it. So,
but they could do it with Akira because it was a film. So,
well, it was a manga first as well.
Well, yeah, of course.
But that's what I mean. So, but like you said, they probably can do it with Akira, but you just know that there's going to be some daft things that they're going to do to it. And there's not. I can't remember. There was one anime movie live action that I did like, which was the Tokyo Ghoul one, and I really enjoyed the live action of that.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah,
I've watched the anime. The anime's brutal at times.
I've only seen the first part.
It's really good.
It's in 2 parts, the Tokyo Ghoul, and I've only seen the first part, and I actually really enjoyed that. I haven't seen the second part yet, but usually, when they try doing live actions, it's just not good.
Have you seen a film called Casshern?
Casshern, no.
I found it in HMV once and bought it because it was the most anime-looking live-action film ever, and that's basically what it is, including to the point where I have no idea what the actual plot is. I think, anime? Yeah, basically, I think it's something along the lines of that some guy gets crushed to death, but then he's basically kind of rebuilt sort of thing and put in some kind of a funky suit, and
he can move. Sins?
Eh?
Is it called Cash Earned Sins?
No, I think it's just cash in the one that I had. I had it on DVD. I have no idea if I still do it. I probably do somewhere. It's just like really, really mental. So, yeah.
I mean, the only two like big live action anime adaptations I've seen was the two Guyver movies. So the first one was released over here. It wasn't called the Guyver originally. It's called the Mutronics, something like that.
Yeah.
And it had Colin, who coincidentally got turned into a cockroach at the end of the film. But then the sequel came out, and it was starring. So they replaced the main actor who played, the Guyver, Sean. And who was he played by? He was played by the fellow who played Solid Snake and wrote the original X-Men movie, David Hayter. Yeah. It's called Guyver Dark Hero. I'm pretty sure it is on YouTube. You can watch it.
I've seen that. I remember watching them years ago, and they were like trauma movies. They were so B movie. They were very B movie.
Yeah, the very B movie. But the first one was absolutely god awful. I think because like Mark Hamill's in, the way the advertised it, you'd think that Mark Hamill was playing like the Guyver, but he wasn't. He was just playing some. What was it? A government agent, and there's just some like unknown crap acting blonde lad in it. But the second film was a lot better. And I've been watching reviews. I watched it a few months ago, and it was, it's held up. It's still quite good. It's still like shitty, still like a shitty B movie, but it's enjoyable. If you know what I mean. Really. So if you want to catch it, you should be able to find it online anywhere. It's called Guyver Dark Hero. So give that a watch. Just looking through it. Yeah. I'm just looking through YouTube now. Or you can buy or rent the original one. It actually does give you if you want to look this up on YouTube, for all the listeners at home anyway, I'm just going to send a picture over to the lads on our chat. And I'll show you how like misleading the advertising was for it. Hold on. Oh, I've seen a poster for that. Hold on. There we go. I've just sent it over now, so that's how they marketed it.
Oh, right, okay.
Hamill's face half like the guy so it makes you think he's the one in the suit, and it's not.
Just because he was the most famous actor in it, they were like, I know, still get people to watch it.
Yeah.
In actual fact, he runs a convenience store and he's in it for like 5 minutes.
He's just in the background drinking a cup of coffee.
Yeah. The main characters walk down the street. Oh, that guy looks a bit like Mark Hamill. Nah. That's it.
Doesn't he look like that dude from Star Wars?
Yeah.
With a dodgy mustache.
What would you say your favourite scene from Akira was?
Well, I think I've already said it. It's
Yours is the bike scene and the Infinite City.
Oh, what my favourite scene would be? That's a good question.
Yeah. Well done, Craig.
Yeah, well done. I'm going to go with Mike. It's the bike scene, followed by the hallucination scene. It just wrecks your head. When they're
with all the stuffed toys and so on.
Yeah. That just really stuck in my head.
Mine's got to be like when he first discovers he's got his powers, and what does he basically do? He blows those 3 people up in the hallway. It's a bit.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't know if he discovers that he's got, but he wakens them, and it's just like, it's what a way to awaken your powers, splat. They're on the roof, dripping down, and stuff. Well, the ceiling, dripping off the ceiling, off the side of the walls.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the scene in, I don't know if you've ever seen Elfin Lied, the beginning of that, where she's just ripping people to bits, throwing the bodies around and everything. It was just all splattered everywhere. But yeah, I love that scene. I like gory bits in anime movies.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys, how much you delved into what happened and what spun off from Akira, and I don't know if you guys found Bart Kira.
No.
So Bart Kira was a thing created by a guy called Ryan Humphrey, and he decided to mix The Simpsons with Akira, and then he Yeah, but then a lot of people all around the world started like getting involved with it, and it became a comic book, and you can read them all online. I'll send you a link. It's called bartkira.com.
Nice.
I'm just looking at it now.
Yeah, you can literally just like read them all on there. And the maker of Akira, I forgot his name now, he got wind of it, and instead of like completely just shutting it down, he got in touch with them and said, "Yeah, it's cool that you guys like are doing this. As long as you don't like try and release it and make money off it, we're more than happy for you to like do it." So they carried on doing it, and they ended up making a trailer for it as well, which it was never made into like a TV show or anything. And I'll send you the link for that as well. There. And that's really cool as well. Like they have like the scene with the toys and like, but it's all Simpsons. And it's all fan made, but it's worth having a look. Like, even for the listeners at home, if you haven't seen it, go to bartkira.com or just search it up on YouTube and you'll find the trailer. It'll come up straight away at the top. Nice. And it's actually a good little read as well. It's not a bad little comic. It's brilliant as well. Like, some of the comics, they look more like the Simpsons characters, and because they used loads of different artists, sometimes they look more anime, and it's a complete jumble, but it's pretty fun to look at.
Speaking of anime and The Simpsons, the latest Treehouse of Horror, I managed to watch it. It's the one that's just come out in America, and they did a adaptation of Death Note.
Right.
Oh, I've seen the bit of it. Yeah. What was it? It was what was it on the book? It was something else. Didn't she have something else in the book written down? It's been given a nickname now. Let's have a look if I can find it. Where is it? Simpsons Death Note.
Death Tone.
That's it. Is it?
It's so funny that like people just like pick up on they love The Simpsons and they love anime. Like, let's just combine the two of them.
Yeah. It's Death Tone. It's called.
Death Tone, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I said,
the
animation for it looks brilliant though. Like, I'm gonna have to wait until I see it myself though. But the animation looks awesome.
Yeah, it was actually really quite good. Homer and Marge is probably the funniest bits of it. And Bart, obviously, as well. But yeah, it's good. I like it.
I'll watch it.
Back to Akira now. I don't know whether I should mention this, but I feel it's my I need to share this. So when I first watched it, so this was back in, I must have been, I want to say 11, 12, it was 90. So starting, I think it was first shown on the BBC in 94. So I'm pretty sure I watched it around then. So probably would have been about 13, 14. It was the first animated boobs I ever saw.
Oh, the bit where she gets...
That's a rape scene, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she gets the top ripped off and then punched in the nose and the teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't actually get to do the act because he comes around and saves us.
Not the best introduction.
Yeah.
No. If you are interested about the best boobs in anime, I would go for Chun-Li in the Street Fighter movie.
Oh, is that the anime one?
Yeah.
Is that the one where she gets out of the shower and Vega attacks her?
Yep.
Yeah, I know which one you mean now.
Yeah, my friend lent me a copy of that, and I returned it with a very worn-out scene.
That's
a two-shade.
Ian, never.
Nobody was shocked either. They were just like,
just like, right.
Hey, this is before the internet. Any ship in a storm. That's all I'm saying.
But it wasn't before the internet.
Probably not. It was yesterday.
It was last Thursday. But yeah, after that combo killer, anybody else want to share anything about Akira?
I can't remember anything now. No, go on.
I don't know. I think just what it's done in terms of almost setting the scene, I suppose, but the influence it has on so many things and how it's kind of paved the way from everything from games like Cyberpunk and so on, and stuff like The Matrix and what have you. All these sort of cyberpunky, near future sort of thing, which is really funny actually, because it's actually set 3 years ago. In 2019, so
I saw that.
We've got a Back to the Future style thing here, where the future is now actually in the past. So just what it's done for stuff like that, it is probably as close to a masterpiece as you can get. As weird as it is, as strange as the plot is, and so on, but you can recognize the plot in so many different things that you now see. In today's sort of media, whether it's games or films or what have you. It
even says on the re-release of the DVD, no Akira, no Matrix. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's literally what it says on the front.
Yeah, and it's exactly right.
And like I said, it probably because of this movie now. Well, it will because of this movie now. Like, it's just how popular anime's come over the last 10 years as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like you see it on Netflix, the amount of like anime that they're releasing and stuff like that. Just on Netflix, it's just getting so much more popular.
Yeah, it's getting
now,
better and better.
It's just getting so better and better now. Like people just don't realize, and they're like, "Oh, you watch anime?" And it's like, "Yeah." It's like, "Have you ever watched it?" And they're like, "No, it's for kids." It's like, "Well, you show me this scene there where his head was rolling down the corridor. What's that to do with kids?"
Yeah.
Like,
well, that was the point, wasn't it? This was one of the kind of first animes where it crossed the line from, oh, it's animation, oh, it's for kids. And then it's like, well, no, this isn't. This is visually very graphically violent for a start off. And like you said, you've got that scene that Ian really likes, but everyone else is kind of like shocked by, and stuff like that. So, it really isn't a kid's film whatsoever. So it's a 12 though.
Is it? Well, I remember it always being like when it was in John Menzies with 18. Let me just double
I think
check.
it was released as a 12.
Yeah, it was
Akira.
released as 12 because we almost watched it last night with Ben. And instead, fortunately, we watched Shaun of the Dead instead, which he thought was hilarious. So, go figure.
It is.
No, it was 15. It was a 15 when it was first released.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, was it? Well, it is a 12. It's on.
Yeah,
I've got it on Apple TV as a 12, and all that.
It's weird, isn't it? I mean, I think people just thought cartoons. Yeah, it'd be all right.
Yeah.
Tell you what, something I did notice while I was watching it, I will just get this in. There's a little song in it, and there's like a 1940s style, like jazz Japanese song. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's like an old record played song in it. And I'm like, I recognize that song from somewhere else, not just in Akira. So I went doing a little search on trying to figure out on it. It was repeatedly used in the TV series MASH quite a lot.
Really?
Way before it was in Akira. Yeah. It was so in the 70s, like they'd play that song quite often in the background in MASH, and I was like, that's where I freaking knew it from.
Wow.
So, it's called Tokyo Shoeshine Boy, if you want to look it up, anybody. You probably will.
You never know, we might. I was just looking. So I was looking at the the live action adaptation. There's actually a Wikipedia page on it. I was quite surprised by the some of the cast and people who wanted the cast for it. So just to put this out there, this is from back from 2011. So this is before Taika Waititi took over, because I remember reading that he wanted to cast Asian American actors to play the roles in the film, so they wouldn't be accused of whitewashing. So this is this is when they were developing it back in 2010, 2011. So by 2011, so this is from the Wikipedia. By 2011, Andrew Garfield, Robert Pattinson, and Michael Fassbender were met with for the role of Tetsuo, while Garrett Hedlund, Fassbender, Chris Pine, Justin Timberlake, and Joaquin Phoenix were being considered for the role of Kaneda.
Oh yeah, really fitting characters.
Yeah, it's not like right at the end they can say that in actual fact, no, it's originally a Japanese woman in this very clearly Caucasian woman's body. Jesus Christ!
I do hope if it ever does get picked up, it's Waika that does it, because the only thing I'd see with Waika though is you can guarantee there'd be for no reason whatsoever just some New Zealand guy in the background, and it'll be Waika.
Yeah, I was about to say, and it'll be him. It's just, the thing is, I mean, and I had really big issues with the Ghost in the Shell movie, as you can clearly tell from what I've just said. And it's, I know, I don't like that whatsoever. I don't get why it. I don't get it. The original Ghost in the Shell films are brilliant. We'll probably have an episode on Ghost in the Shell, because again, that's another one that's just standalone complex. The series is brilliant, and so on. And I was so excited about them doing a film. As soon as I found out it was Scarlett Johansson, I was like, "You what?" I don't get it.
No, it's not actually only like us in America who complain about stuff like that, because when it was shown to a lot of Japanese people, they were like, "She's a perfect fit." The Japanese loved her playing it.
They do look to a lot of Western influence, though, don't they? So
yeah, they absolutely loved it playing it. But you know what? Like, I can understand why people are moaning and stuff like that. But you know what? Like I said, I don't care about it anymore. Like, because what peed me off was where I stopped caring was the fact that the Netflix adaptation of Death Note that they did, like they were complaining. Obviously, like Light was a white person, but they didn't care at all about L being a black person. So everyone was kicking off about Light being cast as a white person, but no one mentioned anything about L being a black person when he's Japanese as well. So that's where I was like, you know what, I can't care. I don't care anymore. Just cast whoever you want to play these characters. Like I said, but like I said, I don't care about it anymore. Like I said, they swap characters all the time now. Like I said, I can understand in the past where it was done stupidly whitewashed, but like I said, now it's just swapped all the time. Now you see it in, like I said, look what Disney are doing. Like, look at Marvel, they're doing it all the time now. So, like, just go enjoy the movie. That's what it is. Just enjoy the movie and like hope it's good. So that's all I say.
Well said.
Now, really. Yeah, because like I said, well, like I said, I can name like a few, can't I? Really, it's like look what like I said, you got the Little Mermaid, you've got the Tinkerbell movie that they're bringing out. Apparently, who's going to be a black person playing Tinkerbell. You've got Snow White, the live action Snow White, who's been playing by a Latino woman. And so it's just like, you know what? I can't be arsed anymore. Like, just let him do it. Let him cast whoever they want. Go watch it if you enjoy it, if you do. And if people don't want to go watch it because of the way it is, it's only Disney and Marvel who are going to lose money. So that's all I can say, really. So.
Do you know what the people who I don't think get enough like screen time in films and stuff is, do you know the remote African tribes that like nobody actually, why aren't they ever put in films? Why aren't they cast in films?
Yeah.
They don't go to the auditions.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Well, maybe people should go over there. It gets a little bit like, oh, it's a bit too much now. Come on.
That's what I mean. So that's why I said, like, if you're gonna go watch the movie, watch it, enjoy the movie for what it is. Like, just who gives a crap? Watch the movie.
Well, to be fair, I did try and watch the Ghost in the Shell film and fell asleep. So
see, that's what I mean. Like, I just
it's not just that. I did try because I would have liked to have enjoyed it regardless, but no, I fell asleep and
I
just
don't
no.
I don't like live action anime movies. Other than that's it, because I was looking at it just a minute ago. Other than Tokyo Ghoul, the only other one that I kind of like is I was going to say Akira, but it's not. I forgot it now. It's the one where the girl plays it and she's got the massive eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Battle
A
Angel.
Lethal Battle
That's it, yeah.
Angel. Yeah.
I really did actually enjoy the live action of that. Like I said, I thought it was quite good, but
Yeah, I quite enjoyed that.
so that's what I mean, and it did actually stick to the manga and the anime quite well. So, but like I said, you can only fit so much in a movie, can't you? But like I said, I did enjoy that. But yeah, it's just like I said, if you're gonna go watch a movie, watch it. If you enjoy it. It gives a cracking play for second character now. So they're casting anyone nowadays. So just go watch it.
I mean, the only problem I had with the cast was like just older actors. They're meant to be teenagers. And Joaquin Phoenix is what, nearly 50?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I was just looking on here as well. Got the one that really pissed me off. I mean, Robert Pattinson. I think after the my Batman review, I think everybody knows my views on Pattinson as an actor. I don't think he'd be very good at it. But what really wound me up was this bit. So by November, Headland had entered negotiations to pay Canada, which I wouldn't mind. So I actually like Garrett Hedlund. He was good in Tron. Was it Tron Legacy?
Yeah.
Yeah. But here it goes. Here's the one that really just triggered me. And Kristen Stewart was offered the role of Kai.
Really?
Really. No offense. I don't want to see somebody sulking and just sighing every 5 minutes.
I have flashbacks because didn't I cast her in my adaptation of like the Pern books?
Yeah. Well, I'd like 3 years of 3 hours of her just sighing and looking forlorn and vacant.
Oh, do you know what? I didn't know this, and I just looked this up. Do you know the computer sounds where Tetsuo's getting the body scan?
Yeah,
It was taken from Alien.
Yeah.
From the mother
from
computer.
Mother computer, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some fun facts.
And yeah, there is another one where the Akira is actually linked to again one of our recent podcasts, in that it was one of the few animated movies to be released by the Criterion Collection, which also includes Watership Down
and Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yes. Yes, and that one.
And that one.
And that one. Is that the weird one with the little like the models sort of thing? You know, stop motion.
And it's done really sort of like very sort of like janky stop motion.
Yeah, it's a bit weird that
it's
one.
It's good.
Actually.
I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it.
Something else that I saw about Akira as well, because it was set in the dark. Quite a lot of it. They had to use 327 different colours in the drawing, and he made 50 new colours for it too.
Nice. Yeah, they went insane, and like some parts, like he made people repaint because he was like, nope, it's not colourful enough. Go and do it again, and it took so long to do.
That's what I mean. It's like because with it being set in dark, obviously you want it to show it still nighttime, but put the colour into it as well, so you can
Well, that's a lot of things at the time. They didn't do nighttime scenes because of that amount of colour that would be used, and the cost that would.
Yeah.
I mean, they put £1 million into the redub. $1 million into the redub.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've got this. Yeah, Sony wants to consider the live-action version, given the hyperbolic action sequels and the epic scale of live-action versions of Akira might seem. However, blockbusters went in the 90s. It's like, however, they bailed at the proposal cost of $300 million, almost the cost of 2018's Avengers: Infinity War. So it would have cost, and that was like back in the 90s. It would have been like over $300 million. So try and do.
Oh, the thing I love about it as well is the fact that it's supposed to be set in 2019.
Yeah, that's true.
I know, it's brilliant.
We're way past that now. But
Funny fact, though,
even Cyberpunk, like Johnny Silverhand was born in like 1985 in Cyberpunk.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
you
It's
go,
only
that's
2077.
you-
The game.
That's mad.
what you were saying before Ian, about space, it was one of the first films to depict outer space as a soundless vacuum.
Yeah.
And it nearly predicted the Tokyo Olympic Games as well.
I was about to say that then.
Well,
Yeah, the movie takes place.
It wasn't that it predicted it. They did actually have the thing for the Tokyo Olympics then.
It was
already
scheduled, so
it was already scheduled, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
for
but never.
2020.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Okay.
So that's why they were building the stadium in like 2019 because it was getting ready for the 2020 Olympic Games. It gets blown up in the film.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
so maybe it predicted the future. The Tokyo 2020 Olympics never happened.
Well, it happened in 2021.
True, yeah, but you know. There's another fun fact. So in the riot scene, Kai pushes a man past a man who was wearing a Young Magazine T-shirt. Young Magazine was the bi-monthly comics anthology series that was the original Akira manga. I'll read this again. In the riot scene, Kai pushes past. In the riot scene, Kai pushes. Oh, fuck's sake!
Spit it out.
Yeah, no.
That's what he said. In the riot scene, Kai pushes past the man who is wearing in the riot scene, Kai pushes past the man.
Young man. There's no need to feel down. I said a young man.
Have you forgot how to read?
I think I have, yeah. I was actually going to say I was actually singing YMCA for the past few days. Okay, so in the riot scene, Kai pushes past the man who is wearing a Young Magazine T-shirt. Young Magazine was the bi-monthly comics anthology series that the original Akira manga was serialized in.
Just to make our viewers aware, you probably said that about 12 times before it comes out.
Yeah, you better leave that in.
Yeah, quick, before he edits it out.
I will keep that in, I promise.
I've just found that fact. It's not even that long. Like, how did you struggle so much?
Yeah, Akira sneaks in a number of references to Western culture.
Well, yeah, there's a scene where there's like near the jukebox and they've got like band names, and I think there's like
Led Zeppelin.
There's Led Zeppelin. There's a couple of others as well.
The Doors and Cream.
Oh, there you go. You found the facts.
Even like the army bits, kind of like Americanized in, like the general who's like
yeah, absolutely.
Army style sort of thing. So you can tell it's all like Western style and stuff like that. So, a lot of anime's based off. I don't think that one is it, isn't it? Journey to the West is it called, or something? The Chinese. The Chinese. What's it? Is it a novel called Journey to the West? I'm sure it's a Chinese novel called Journey to the West, and a lot of Japanese based off that.
Isn't that what Monkey's based on? That isn't it?
That's what one of the that's what kind of like Dragon Ball's based off. But a lot of anime now it still has references based towards that anime, to that novel, like A Journey to the West. So, like I said, a lot of things are based from that in a lot of animes. Like I said, I don't know if Akira I took any from it, but like I said, I know a lot of animes are used like A Journey to the West as a reference for like the characters and plot stuff in it and everything.
While you're carrying on that, looking at that, there's a scene around about 38 minutes into the film where the colonel is listening to Dr. Onishi's assessment. And like on the most recent dream, and a caution note on the doctor's equipment features the following English text, and I won't read that because that's actually half Japanese, half thingy. But when translated with Japanese characters, the text actually is a passive aggressive message from the animator, which roughly translates as follows: "Why do I have to even draw this part? Give me a break, geez."
Yeah.
You gotta think though, like I said, obviously it's not easy, but now compared to what you used to have to do to draw animation and even where you got to draw it, lift the paper up, check underneath, draw it, and stuff like that. stuff like that, it must have been such a ball ache. Like using like that, and like I said, now it's all done on computer, ain't it? Like I said, I know it's still not as easy. Like you still got to figure, but it's got to be a lot easier than compared to lifting up the paper, going back.
Yeah,
and then
but the best part is
line.
because of there's so many animations and stuff, he was able to sneak that in without nobody noticing.
Yeah. Like I said, you can understand though why. Like I said, it's just like, you want me to do what? Sod off! I'm gonna put this in there now.
Isn't that then again? There's loads of old Disney films where like people have drawn dicks in the background and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Or put porn in the background.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff like that in Disney films.
Yeah. Okay, well, what we'll do is well, thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Geeky Dad Strike Back. We'll be back next time. We'll be discussing Red Dwarf.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we will. That was take 4 for anybody who's listening.
Well then.
Yeah, Craig, you smeghead.
Nice.
Yeah. Right then. Okay. Well, let's all say goodbye then. So, see you next week. Bye.
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 Tetsu Canada!
I am Tetsuo.
Thank you for listening to the Geeky Dads Strike Back. Same shit, different name.
The Geeky Dads Strike Back is brought to you by Studio Grey School.